So we've been playing a lot of Clubhouse Games 51 Worldwide Classics over the past week or so. And while the game is mostly pretty self-explanatory, in that, yeah, it includes 51 Worldwide Classic games, there's still a few new things that we learned over the past week that we didn't know before. So here we are to present 7 new details we've learned about Clubhouse Games 51 Worldwide Classics. Before you even begin, you'll first have to choose from among a selection of toy figurines to represent yourself in-game, and they come in a variety of shapes and sizes. You can then adjust their hair color, skin tone, as well as select a favorite food and whatever it is that your heart desires. Wait, what? In any case, you then plop them down wherever you want on the globe to represent your location, at which point you can then choose your favorite games to share with the world. And that's really what this whole guide globe is all about. You can bring it up from the main menu at any time, along with a selection of players from around the world to find out more about them, as well as what games they recommend. And you can filter these players by your friends, recent opponents, those with a similar medal count, and even those who share your favorite food or heart's desire. If you like what you see, you can then invite that player to act as your guide, giving you quick access to their game recommendations. Oh, and don't worry if you can't go online at all, because the game already has a variety of built-in guides ready to help you find the type of experience you want to play. Or you're looking for something popular, or even the games that Nintendo used to manufacture themselves. It's pretty neat. 51 games is, well, a lot of games. But don't worry if you don't know how to play all of them, because every single one comes with a fun little introduction that teaches the basics without bogging you down to details.
Token drop block!
And it's fully voiced too. They're actually surprisingly entertaining.
Falling circle counter! Crouching disc stance.
But if you need a little extra help, each game also comes equipped with a step-by-step tutorial. And some of those games will even assist you during gameplay itself. And if that's not enough, you always have the option to undo a move, or even several moves, in most of the turn-based games. Which is a great cheating, learning tool. And yeah, this even works in multiplayer too. I just recommend exercising caution. So, the title Clubhouse Games 51 Worldwide Classics doesn't quite tell the whole story. For one, there's a piano that isn't counted among them, technically making for 52, even if it is more of a toy than a game. But then a couple of the games actually do offer alternate game modes that essentially increases the total game count, such as how billiards offers both 8-ball and 9-ball, while bowling also offers a Wii Sports-like challenge mode. And finally, most of the games do offer a variety of rule options to ensure you get to play it exactly how you want to. Hey, so what happens if you're mid-match and need to quit for some reason? Or maybe you just want to switch to a different game? Well, you're in luck, because most of the card and board games here will automatically create a bookmark for you when you quit, so you can instantly return to it the next time you play. It's super handy, and as far as we can tell, you can make as many bookmarks as you want, with the only limit being 1 per game. So while every single one of the 51 games here is available for a single player, it really comes alive when you're playing with friends, whether locally or online. But the exact selection of games that are available depends on a variety of factors, including the amount of players, whether everyone has their own Switch or not, and even what controller you're using, whether a Joy-Con or Pro Controller. It can be a bit confusing. So let's take a quick look at which games are or maybe aren't available depending on how you play. Now we aren't able to show you every configuration here, but let's take a look at a few examples to give you a better idea of what's in store. So here's what the game selection looks like when playing with 2 players locally on the same Switch, whether on the TV or in tabletop form. Yep, you're looking at 40 games total. Not bad. But if you're playing with 3 players on the same Switch, your options drop to a mere 3. And 4 players on the same Switch drops that down to just 2. However, if everyone has their own Switch, then all of the card and tile-based games that you couldn't play before should become available. As for online, well, it works nearly identical to the local options when everyone has their own Switch. Now, whether you're playing online or not, if you're playing with a Pro Controller instead of a Joy-Con, you're going to find yourself short 2 options, being bowling and darts, as they both require one-handed motion controls. So hopefully this makes a little more sense now, although the one thing we'll never understand is why bowling tops off at 2 players. What? Now, since some of the multiplayer games do require multiple Switches, Nintendo is thankfully making a free app available via the eShop that anyone can download in order to join their friends in the local match. But there is a small catch that you might have just caught. And that's the fact that the app only works for local play and not online. So if you want to play with your friends online, everyone's going to have their own full copy of the game. Speaking of online, it's pretty darn simple in Clubhouse Games. If you're playing with friends, the experience is nearly identical to local play, giving you full access to all the options available for every game that's playable online. The only significant differences are that, besides potential lag, is that only the lobby hostess control the menus, and that there's no way to quit a game once you've started, so choose carefully. Now, if you want to play with random players online, then it works a bit differently. You first select up to 3 games that you want to play, although you can choose just 1 or 2 if you like, and then you wait while the game tries to find you a match. However, while it's doing so, you can play any game in single player while you wait. It's actually pretty neat. Alternatively, if you're not the waiting type, you can choose to play a random game instead. That way you're thrown into a match as quickly as possible. The whole thing's pretty slick. The only major downside to playing with randoms is that each game is a pre-designated rule set. So yeah, no custom options allowed here. Although billiards does thankfully still let you choose between 8-ball or 9-ball at the least. So hey, that's something. And there you have it, 7 new facts that we've learned from playing Clubhouse Games 51 Worldwide Classics. If you want to know even more, make sure to watch our in-depth discussion on the game, giving our full impressions up to this point. And with that, thanks for watching, and make sure to click the subscribe button and ring that bell for more on Clubhouse Games 51 Worldwide Classics and everything else Nintendo as well. We'll catch you later, bye.